Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect juicy pork chop every single time. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss a single recipe from me. All the measurements will be available for you in the description box below. So I am going to be using a grill pan for my recipe, but you're also welcome to use any pan that you have on hand. I've just added a little bit of oil and then I've put my stove on. So we're going to start with the first coat of seasoning, and it's just going to be a basic salt on either side of the pork chop. So today I am using they're called braai pork chop and pork rib chop, but you can also do this with the normal pork chop that has the fat lining on the side. You can use the same method. So I'm just going to place these chops onto my pan. So the aim of my chop today is to show you guys a technique to enhance moisture or to keep it nice and juicy, not necessarily presentation and grill line. So you can see even the way that I've put the pork chops into the pan was just so that I can get all of them in there. So now while those are cooking, I'm going to be preparing a herb butter. I've just added a little bit of rosemary, garlic flakes, parsley, and we're just going to be mixing that all in together. So what is nice about this is that you can use whatever herbs you've got on hand. I also added a little bit of Italian seasoning, and if you've got some fresh garlic, you're also welcome to do that. So I've just mixed it together until it's in a nice paste. Then moving back to our chops, after they've spent around 5 minutes on one side, you can then move them over to the other side. But what is important, regardless of whether or not you're using a non-stick pan, if your meat is still sticking on the pan, don't force it because you're just going to be tearing it. So once it's ready, you can definitely be able to move it over to the other side. So I've cooked mine on both sides for around 5 minutes. So now it's sort of medium to well done, but we all know that your pork needs to be well cooked through if you don't want to get sick anyway. So now I'm just going to be placing the butter on the one side of the pork chop. I'm just going to spread it around. This is just a technique that I'm using to just try and make sure that each pork chop gets the butter equally, instead of just putting the butter straight or directly onto the pan. So after like 5 minutes, and once your butter starts melting on the one side, you can then turn it over to the other side so that the butter side is facing down. Then we're going to allow it to cook for around like 2 minutes, and then after 2 minutes, once you start seeing that your garlic is also starting to caramelize, you need to be very careful not to burn your garlic. You can then turn it around onto the other side. Then at this point, you are welcome to also check if your chop is completely cooked through. So my chops were around 1 centimeter in thickness, so they took around 25 minutes to cook in total on each and every one of them on both sides. So you can do that, and then at this point, once you turn them over, you can also just make sure that each side gets an adequate amount of the butter. You're welcome to also move it on your pan just to make sure that it gets coated and it cooks inside that butter. That is how you're locking in all the nice juiciness into your pork chop. And if you've got some basting that you want to use, I would suggest that you put that in right at the end, because you don't want your basting to start caramelizing and sort of reducing and burning onto your pork chop while you're still cooking it. Okay, and that is it for this video. It's a quick and easy, foolproof juicy pork chop recipe. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss a single recipe from me. Comment in the comment section, like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.